your mind is broken, completely destroyed. Honestly, my mind's pretty broken too. Like when I really look and analyze and try to understand like why things happen in life, and you have to understand everything starts in the mind. Everything starts in your brain. Your reality is a reflection of what goes through your mind. Your mind is the most powerful supercomputer that you could ever have. And unfortunately, most of us have a broken mind. And this comes from years and years of deep conditioning, whether it be through programming of the media, through what our parents have told us, limiting beliefs. We suffer from a lot of these limiting beliefs. We suffer from a lot of these just constant issues that go through our childhood, these traumas that we faced that have shaped our minds to be what they are now. We don't live perfect lives. I haven't lived a perfect life. You haven't lived a perfect life. But at the end of the day, if you want to succeed in this life, if you want to take this life to the next level and see yourself in heights that you've never seen before, you're going to have to fix the mind before you fix anything else. I always talk about getting jacked, right? Like physically, but you have to be mentally jacked as well, right? You have to be able to switch your mindset to a way that it benefits you. You need to be able to discard a lot of the negative thoughts that you have. See, you right now, you probably suffer from a lot of negative thoughts every time you walk around. And I see it in the comments, right? Like, because I'm engaging with a lot of people now. And when you see haters, when you see like different people, you see that their minds are just filled with negativity. And even sometimes I catch negativity in my mind a lot. I try to really, and I call this meta thinking. And so I highly suggest you start to learn this, because it's going to change how you think about yourself. It's going to change how you think about life. It's going to change how you communicate, because meta thinking is essentially thinking about your thoughts. I've done this for years without even knowing what the term was. I'm an only child, right? So I've been in my head for all of my life. I've talked to myself for all of my life. So I've really been very introspective. I've had the privilege of being introspective, even though I thought it was a miserable experience at the time. But now that I'm reflecting back on it, it's one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, because not only am I able to understand my thoughts and process them and challenge them, but I'm actually able to change my thoughts in real time. Everybody talks about meditation, right? Oh, you need to meditate to clear your mind. You need to meditate and let your thoughts flow and observe your thoughts. And I used to believe this, and this is going to be a contrarian thought, but I don't believe that anymore, because I've tried that. And you know what I realized? I'm allowing for all of the negative programming and the destructive thoughts in my head to just simmer. And instead, what I need to do is I need to be a drill sergeant of my mind. I need to be the person. I need to be coaching my mind 24/7. And bioenergetically, this takes a big toll on you, because it takes a lot of energy for you to be able to concentrate and just whiplash every thought that comes through that's not correct. That's not the thought that you want to have. Right? You need to constantly be challenging yourself. Every time you think about a negative thought, you need to catch it and destroy the thought immediately. And you need to be doing this for years and years and years to really have a breakthrough in the way that you think, in your mind programming, right? But either way, your mind is broken, and you need to acknowledge that, right? Even in your pursuits that you go after, you always wonder like why things don't work out. And I'm speaking to myself as well, by the way. So it's not just, I'm not talking just to you. This is me to my younger self as well, and even to my current self. But the reality is, the reason why things are not working for you when it comes to business, when it comes to any pursuit you have almost like a hamster brain. You have this brain where like you jump around. It's shiny object syndrome. You want to find the next best thing, even though that one thing that you're doing is working for you. You want to go find the next best thing. You don't stick to one thing completely all the way through. You always have to bounce around, because there's always something better. You popcorn over every little opportunity. You never stay the course. You always just jump around, and you wonder why things don't work out. And the reason why this is because, again, your mind is broken, right? You destroy, and I believe the number one pillar for success when it comes to business, when it comes to anything that you're pursuing, is momentum. You need to continue to ride momentum, but your brain is not programmed to ride momentum. It's not able to signal momentum and allow for you to continue during that path. It doesn't even recognize momentum. So what it does is, even though you have momentum, it's programmed to then go shift to the next best thing, right? And because we have media, because we have the internet where we're able to just see different things, see different opportunities popping up at us on ads. People saying, hey, go make 10K a month doing this. Hey, go make 10K a month doing that. We're literally programmed to start thinking that. And now we're at a point where we're not able to really just focus on that one thing that could have gotten us to that 10K a month, to that $1 million that we could have had over 10 years. But instead we spent 10 years doing so many different things that didn't necessarily help push to that goal, right? I'm speaking from personal experience. If you look at my resume, go look up on LinkedIn, go look me up. I've done so many different things. I've slightly succeeded on a lot of those things, but not to the point to where I want to be. I always go back to starting from zero, right? And I realized it was because my mind was broken. I don't have a mind that allows me to continue and ride momentum. And it's the same with positive and negative thoughts. When I was young, I was always in a negative state of mind. And I'm not going to blame my parents, but slightly to a certain extent, they did attribute to that, because everything I did was punished. I was punished for every little thing that I did, which was fine. But I was trained to only look for the negatives. Everything that I did, even if I did something really good, if I did something bad, I would know about it. If I did something good, it was expected, which is fine, right? I'm not saying I'm complaining about it, but it does change a certain pattern in my brain to start looking for negative things. It's the same for you. You might be watching a video and you disagree with something and you disregard all of the positive things in that video and you only get the negative part that you disagree with and you amplify that, right? That means all you're doing, your reticular activating system, right? And you need to understand what a reticular activating system is. It's like, for example, if you want a Mercedes, right? And you really, really want it, and you believe, and you're like, and all you think about is the Mercedes. All you're gonna start seeing is Mercedes driving by, because your brain, your subconscious programming is going to start actually finding that thing that you're focused on. It's going to start like being aware of it. Everything in life is about awareness. I hope you understand this. Everything is about awareness. The fact that you're watching this video right now and I'm telling you that your mind is broken and I'm breaking down why that's happening, you're now becoming aware, and that allows for you to change. Everything starts with awareness. A lot of us are not aware that our mind is broken. We're moving through life like barcodes. I always say this, right? You're moving through life like a barcode. And why do I say barcode? I know people say NPCs. NPCs, that means non-playable character, right? In a video game, that's a character that's controlled by the game itself. It doesn't have its own agency, right? People call people bots, right? A robot is controlled by something else. I call people barcodes that are not aware of themselves and not aware of other people, and they just move through life, they drift. I either call them barcodes or drifters. So why do I say barcode? It's because a barcode is literally a serial number with obviously a bar on it, right? And people just scan it and pull information from it, right? You're getting information pulled from you. You're getting your attention, you're getting your energy. All of that's being pulled from you by media, right? Wanting to capture your attention. All you're doing is scrolling left and right. You're just scrolling like a barcode. You're just giving your attention to this thing. Women are taking advantage of you. They're taking all your money because you're not aware. You're just a barcode. People just scan and take, right? And you wonder why things aren't working. Your friends are taking advantage of you. Everyone just takes advantage of you because you just drift. You're a drifter. Your mind is broken, fam. And the only way you're going to fix it is by being aware of that and watching this video and internalizing it and wanting to make a change, right? I want you to be meta thinking every single day. Meta think every hour, every second. I know it's going to be painful at first. It's actually going to be overwhelming because you're not used to that. You're used to living in a very relaxed state to where you're not aware of anything, right? That's comfort. I need you to be uncomfortable and be comfortable with the uncomfortability. Because at the end of the day, if you can meta think, you can change your thought process in real time. You can fight the negative thoughts in real time. You can observe them and kick them out and bring in a new thought. You need to constantly be shaping your brain, because I'm telling you, your reality is the garden, right? There are things that blossom in a garden. It can either be weeds, or it can be flowers, or it can be fruit, vegetables, whatever that looks like, right? Your mind is where you plant the seed that then grows in the garden of reality, right? If you're planting seeds, or if you're planting the wrong things inside of your mind, you'll have weeds as your reality. That is why everything that's around you right now is because of this. It's because of everything that you've thought about for years. Everything that you've thought about, your mental programming, your mindset, your mental faculties, they allow for this reality to exist. I'm telling you, this reality, this isn't real. This is not real. This is all a figment of your mind. Everything that you want, everything that you desire, everything starts here. Here, your mind is real. Reality is just reflecting your mind. It's literally a projector of your mind. The way you see people, when you watch a video, do you get envious, right? When you see something that you want, you see someone with a nice car, you see someone with a Lamborghini, or you see someone with a Corvette or whatever, a Maybach, whatever car it is, do you instantly get jealous, right? Because you see the negatives. Oh, that person scams. You automatically assume that they scam. Oh, he scam. Or, oh no, he's fake. He's a fake guru. Or, man, I don't even want that car anyway. Why is he so materialistic? He's so narcissistic. Or you see someone with a nice physique. I always have my shirt off. I get people all the time that say that. They're like, bro, put a shirt on. Why? Why are you negative about it? Right? Start to see yourself. Start to catch yourself being negative around certain things. It's meta thinking. You're starting to analyze your thoughts, and also the way that you act. Start to analyze yourself. Take yourself out of the first person perspective and put yourself in the third person perspective and watch yourself move. You can do that. You can literally shift your perspective to where you're now at a third person and your bird's eye view watching yourself. You're analyzing the way that you look around, the way that you think, the way that you talk to people. You're analyzing every little thing that you do. This is how you make rapid quantum leaps of change, is this hyper awareness of yourself, this hyper awareness of your mind. This is how you begin to fix your mind. Have you ever seen like someone who used to be poor, used to be unsuccessful, they become very successful, they become a whole different person? It's because they literally focused on every action that they did. They got better at every little thing. They became aware of themselves and they wanted to improve consistently. That is why they are where they are. And for you, you need to understand that if you want to be the best version of yourself, you need to start changing the way that you think. And if you want to change the way that you think, you need to start thinking about those thoughts that you think and changing them in real time, giving them corrections, because you're undoing decades of mental programming, decades of negativity, decades of limiting self-belief. You may have limiting beliefs of yourself that you can't even be rich. There's no way. Like you're thinking yourself out of your own success and you have no idea. I hope that this video right now is allowing for you to be aware of this and make a change. The whole point of this video is to bring awareness that your mind is broken and you need to start really analyzing it and changing that. I don't want you to start going in and meditating. This isn't one of those gimmicky self-improvement channels where I'm like, you got to meditate, take cold showers. I'm giving you practical advice that actually works, that will change everything. And the practical advice is you need to start monitoring your thoughts and you need to start self-correcting yourself, speaking positivity, telling yourself you are that guy, telling yourself that you will be a multimillionaire or a billionaire. You need to start telling yourself that. Because if you do not do that, you will continue to be a barcode. You will continue to drift. You'll stay the same and you'll wonder why your life is not improving. And you'll wonder why you're in such a negative, toxic state. You have to understand, right? I've read the Bible a few times, like all the way through. And I remember reading something, and I can't really quote the verse completely. And again, I'm not like religious or anything like that, but I do believe that the Bible has gems. But remember, Jesus was talking about how hell is not, or heaven and hell are not above you or below you, but they're inside of you, right? And I believe a lot of Christians did not understand that. It went over their heads. What that meant was everything is in the mind. People are living hell on earth right now. Hell is a state of mind. Heaven is a state of mind, right? That is what people are missing. They're looking at it as a literal place that you go when you die. I don't understand that, right? I never understood that. But what I do understand about that is that you can actually, 99% of the population, at least in America, are living in hell right now. In their mind, they're living in complete hell. They're going through so many negative thoughts. It's just toxicity. They're just in fire all day long. You can see it on their faces. You can see it. You can see it on your face. When you're going through hell, you're just stressful. People are like, what's wrong? You just cannot smile. You can't be happy because you're going through hell and you're not in that heavenly state. That state of positivity, that state of optimism, that state of confidence, that inner confidence. You're going through the opposite of that. And you need to shift that state of mind so that way you can shift your reality. The only way you can change where you're currently at right now is by changing what's in here, changing how you perceive situations. Instead of thinking that you failed, think, hey, I actually learned a lesson. I got a lesson from this, right? I learned this. For example, if you have a relationship and you separate out of that relationship, instead of sulking and saying, man, I miss that girl, I really want, think about, okay, what can I do to get better for the next relationship? How can I learn from this? Everything happens for a reason. That's another thing that you need to train in your brain. Life happens for you, not to you. A lot of our minds are broken to where we believe that life happens to us. Like life has a negative agenda to just hurt us. No, life happens for you. It gives you lessons, and some of those lessons are harder than others, and some people have to suffer harder lessons because they need that to grow exponentially. The people who suffer the hardest lessons have the greatest potential to be at the highest heights of the human existence, right? To have the most success because they've been through so much. They go through so much. You have to take everything and shift the perspective. When you shift the perspective, your life begins to change. You begin to become more positive, more optimistic. And that's how you fix your mind. You fix your mind through being aware of all of these things. Be aware of your activities. You're scrolling through TikTok all day, right? You're scrolling through TikTok. You're on your phone. You have to be on your phone 24/7, and you're not productive. You're being a consumer. You're not being a producer. I'm a producer. I produce videos. I produce content. I can be on my phone. I'm looking for new ideas. I'm not just scrolling, just mindlessly scrolling. You're watching pornography. Your mind is just completely broken. Your dopamine receptors are fried, and not in a good way. You're watching all these things to the point where when you see a woman, you literally don't know what to do. You're frozen. All you think about are the videos that you were watching, and you can't even talk to a woman. Your mind is broken. How do you fix that? Stop watching it. I'll make a whole new video around it if that's what y'all want. But in reality, the whole point of this video, again, is to build awareness and to make subtle changes in the way that you think, is to be a drill sergeant to your thoughts. Change them. Do not let them wander. Do not let these negative thoughts just flow. Recorral them, push them out, and just replace them with positive thoughts. If you found this video useful, comment, like, subscribe. Go ahead and sign up to the newsletter as well, Minor Martell newsletter. We talk about the 5 pillars of the gold pill: financially jacked, physically jacked, mentally jacked, socially jacked, spiritually jacked. You need all of those to become the top 1% male in this existence. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna catch you on the next video.